Hey everyone, this is Michelle Rushing with Stampin' Butterfly. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. I am a U.S. demonstrator with Stampin' Up and thought tonight would be a fun time to share one of our new bundles with you. So the new Spring Mini catalog starts on January 4th and we have some new products we were able to pre-order. So I wanted to go ahead and share some tips and tricks. We'll be using, let me get this real quick, our new hybrid embossing folder, so you can die cut and emboss with it. So I want to give you some helpful hints and make a sample card with you and share some other samples that I've already made using the set. So let's take a quick look. So I can't show you the inside of the catalog right now, but the products we'll be using are from our new Spring Mini, and then also starting January 4th, I have these tapes so I don't open them. You can start earning free celebration product January 4th through February 28th. And what celebration is there's 3 ways to celebrate. You can earn free product with every $50 and $100 purchases, depending on the level of the product, and they're outlined in this catalog. And then you can also earn some free stamp sets with a qualifying party. And then when you join, you also get some extra free goodies. So we will be using one of our products out of this new mini catalog. So let's take a look at the products. It is a bundle, so what that means is you'll get a stamp set and a coordinating die cut or punch usually. But since this one has a hybrid embossing folder, you actually get dies, embossing folder, and the stamp set. And then because it's a bundle, you save 10%. So that's a nice way when we offer new products, you'll see that they're offered at a little bit discounted price. So a little bit about this stamp set, Love and Happiness. It is an orange rubber stamp set. So you'll have your cling stickers. I've only mounted some of them so far, so I haven't used them all yet. I'm still playing around with it. But this is a great stamp set. It has outside sentiments as well as some really pretty sayings for the inside. Celebrating your anniversary. You two have something really special. Each other, congratulations to a wonderful marriage. A wonderful marriage is a collection of many small happy moments. Here's to another year of love, laughter, and happily ever after. And then there's some for my husband, my wife, Valentine's friend, anniversary, wedding, Valentine greetings, and then even engagement. So this is a great stamp set to have in your collection. And then what you have are some coordinating dies. So you'll see there's a couple of little tiny sentiment ones, and these do line up. So the little skinny one will work for my wife, and I think my husband, for my husband. And then this little bit larger one fits for a lot of these other sentiments across the way. So a lot of these will fit on there as well. And then there's 2 dies for hearts, and then some flowers and leaves. Now the way the hybrid embossing folder works is that there's a ridge in here. So you'll be able to take your die cut. So you can emboss it just regular like any other one. Or if you want to emboss and die cut at the same time, there's like a ridge. So you'll put it in here. The cutting piece is facing up towards me. You'll lay your piece of paper on there. You can fold it and then cut it through your machine. You always want to send it with the end first. So the opening is on this end. The solid piece goes through your machine on that end. It's always better for your embossing folders. So that's kind of a quick look at how it works. Now we're going to go ahead. I'll show you some samples, and then we'll make the card, and I'll show you some ways to cut with it. Different options of mixing and matching. Let's move this out of the way for a minute. So this is the card we'll be making tonight. And it uses Pool Party and then some white cardstock. So let's see if you can see if I tilt it at an angle. So you can see it's embossed here. There's a little bit of the heart here that's not embossed, but there's some pretty stitching on the piece below. And then I popped up the heart with some ribbon and used some blending brushes to give it some color so you could see it pop more. And then some of our Pool Party ribbon from the annual catalog. It has a sheen to it, so it makes it really pretty. So let's take a quick look. If you guys are out there, please drop me a hello. I know this was an impromptu video, so you may or may not have known I was coming live. I just decided it'd be a good night to hop on and share my new products with you. Let's see, here's a couple other samples. So you can use the hostess paper in the back of the annual catalog has some great patterned paper, and then the other side is black and white. So the hearts on here make it really cute, and then I die cut through the 2 layers of paper, and then I took the heart from another card and put it on there. And then you can stamp your sentiment, and then this is embossed as well. See if I can turn it. You can kind of see it the light. So there you go, and it says to the cutest couple ever, and then one of those inside sentiments. And then here's another one I did, and again, the embossing, my light's pretty bright, but it's embossed here. And then what I did is I left the whole heart off, and I actually put it on this card, and then I popped up one of the small hearts, and then used some of the sheer red ribbon that's on clearance in the Christmas catalog. So if you haven't picked that up yet, that's a great Valentine color. Same thing with our red rhinestones that are in the annual catalog. And then the black and white paper is from that Hostess stamp set, and then I did some pretty sentiments on the inside as well from this same stamp set. So it gives you an idea of a couple more samples you can make. So let's get our card pieces out, and we'll make this card. So let's take a look. I'm gonna need, so my sentiments in basic gray, and I did the sponging in Pool Party. And did we stamp on the inside of this one? Nope, I left it empty. Okay. So let's see, we'll need some tape, and let's see our ribbon and our blending brush. Okay, so here's a quick look at the embossing folder, just run through by itself without any die cutting anything. So you can see that it gives you a flat heart here, and then the embossed around the background, and then the heart on the inside. And this is a standard card-based size, so you can just put it horizontal on your card. Then you can also cut it and make it a smaller piece. So this is like maybe 4x4. And then I die cut it out. So this time I cut the heart out, and you can see the stitching on there. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. You can kind of see it on there. And again, you can use that as another card front. So a couple more pieces. I guess I can give you guys some ideas of different things you can do. So this is left over from that card I showed you earlier. Just some different ideas. So this was the extra piece from here. I can make a whole nother card with that one. Then the red heart, I just die cut from cardstock. So I just used the regular heart and die cut the smaller one out of the center. That's what I used for this card. And then now I have another piece. I can make another fun card. You could even layer that in here. Maybe make a card with that, put some patterned paper behind there. Lots of different options. I love the versatility. And I love the fact that you can cut through at one time and not have to run it through twice. So it saves you a little bit of time. So here's a white piece. Here's that extra where I just cut the red out, and that could even be a front card front like that. You could put some patterned paper across the bottom. Let's see, what else do I have to share? These are just some more embossed hearts. This one I glued the little flower on there. I thought that was kind of fun. Could even do that. Put it in there and make a card. Maybe do it on some red cardstock, or maybe some, I think that's Blushing Bride. I think that's Blushing Bride. You could do that. And then, of course, I always like to try it on foil. So this is the champagne specialty paper. It's really shiny and it looks gorgeous. So these embossing folders really do well, and they are 3D, so you can really see the shimmer on the embossing paper. So those are all the little pieces we have. I'm going to move these aside. Just wanted to show you, and I'll probably make these into cards later. I just like to test out the pieces when I first get a stamp set and dies. All right, so let's go ahead. Well, we need our sentiment on here. So let's pull that out real quick. And we want to do Wedding Wishes again. So I'll take that one, just mount it up. And we need our embossing folder and our die. So we're going to use the stitched heart on this one. And let's see, do I have a sentiment piece? I might need an extra piece of cardstock when we get to that part, but we'll go with this for now. I'm looking around. Okay, so let's get our embossing die cut machine out. I'm going to move some more stuff out of my way. Okay. go ahead and get the machine opened up. And since we are using a 3D embossing folder, and you can tell it's 3D because it's much thicker here and it'll say it on your packaging, you'll want to use your plate 4. And all we'll do is we're going to open it up. I'm going to set our die on there and put our piece of cardstock. Make sure it's kind of straight the way we want it. I think I can center it a little bit better on our paper. Slide it over that way. That looks a little more centered. Again, you want the seam side in. We're going to emboss it forward. And then you'll see we have our 2 pieces cut out right there. Now, just for another example, we can run through, let's see, let's use some Highland Heather. So we can go ahead and maybe just die cut, or actually let's just emboss this piece of paper so you can see what it looks like standalone. Helps if I'm in the camera view so you guys can see what I'm doing. And again, make our sandwich and we'll run it through. All right. So here we are. And then on this one, oh, you can see on that paper better, definitely. Okay, so you can see how it does this really nice gap here, and then you have all your embossing. So that's really a pretty way to go too. All right, let's get some paper here, and let's see, we're not going to use this one, but you can kind of see what it would look like on a card base like that. Oh, I do have a piece of paper. Perfect. We'll use this to make our sentiment. So let's set that on the side. We'll pull back our example card. And let's go ahead and die cut that one more sentiment piece. So let's get our machine back out real quick so we have somewhere to stamp our sentiment. So we want to grab this die right here. And we need our folders again. So let's see, we need, since we're die cutting, we're going to do plate 1, plate 2, and then our cutting pads. And we'll just stick that on there, make our sandwich, and then run it through. Make sure I make some room. All right, there we are. Move all these out of the way. Perfect. Okay, so we'll do a little stamping and coloring. So first let's stamp our sentiment. So we want to do Wedding Wishes in basic gray. It's a nice elegant color. I like using this sometimes. I like to tap gently on my ink pad and then flip it over. Make sure you have good ink coverage across. It looks shiny. And then you want to try to line it up without sticking my head in there. So hopefully it's somewhat straight. Not too bad. Okay. And then we're going to do a little bit of coloring of the heart so it gives it a little bit of pop. So we'll take our Pool Party ink. We're going to use our blending brush. And we're just going to ink it up and gently slide it over your heart. So I like to kind of go in circles like that. You can tap it on the side and then start rolling over, depending on how much coverage. If you go straight onto it, you get a big blob of an ink spot like that. So you want to try to avoid that. Kind of start off the paper and then go onto it. And then you can go over it how many times you want for effect, if you want it to be like lighter on that side or if you want to keep going with the darker effect. I like it a little bit darker because it really gives it that pop on the embossing. So we want to make sure we get some good coverage. Some on the outside edges too. I like doing a little circular motion. I think we can ink it up one more time maybe. And again, it's all to your preference as to how dark you want it to be. And then I use these by color family, so I labeled mine, but you can rinse them and reuse them for another color. So the ink does rinse out. It may leave a little staining, but it's good to go. So I just kind of keep it, like I have one for blue, one for purple, green, red, yellow, that type of grouping. All right, so that's how we're inking. So let's do, so my card base I'm using is the standard 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And we are just going to set that. So we're going to glue that one flat, and then we're going to pop the heart up with a ribbon underneath, and we'll pop up the sentiment also. So let's go ahead and get our liquid glue, and we could use our silicone mat. Works well when you're working with glue in case you go off your paper. If you get it on here and then you put your card on it, it sticks. So I like trying to remember, but I generally like to use my silicone mat. And since it's an embossed piece of paper, so there's a lot of different texture, I kind of give it some extra glue. Normally I don't go that crazy with it, but if you want to keep more of the pieces down, you'll want to put a little extra glue on there. And then just center it on there like that. All right, move the mat out of our way. And there's a couple different ways. So you can put some glue dots on the back. I like using our seal, running a couple of pieces across here just to attach the ribbon to. And let's see, where's our ribbon? Here it is. Okay. Hi, Hannah. I'm so glad you could join me. Yeah, I surprised you guys. I didn't really say I was coming on. But I wanted to share this card and how to use the embossing folder so that when people get their orders, they know how to work it. All right. So I think I'm not a great bow tire, but I like doing this little loop thingy. So we're just going to make it loop kind of like it looks like a bow. We'll have to size it down a little. Let's see. Let's make it a little smaller. Trying to decide how much I want to cut. That's what I'm playing with right now. And let's see, does that stick out enough? I think so. Just trying to guesstimate how much ribbon we need. And just cut that piece. These snips are crazy pointy. I love that our scissors come with a cap. So when it's floating around your bag, you don't stab yourself or poke holes in your bag. So that's a good thing. Okay, so now we have our sticky heart. We are going to just kind of stick this on the back. And we can add more snail and glue if we need to. So that loop, let's see. That looks pretty good. We can play with this one a little bit. Get it to your liking. I think that's fun. And there we go. Okay, now we want to pop this up. So I'm going to use some dimensionals. I'm just going to use some of the big ones. And I seem to always be running out of these. I just ordered a bunch more. I don't want to run out. So that was in last night's order. Right, and maybe one more over here. So it gives you a chance to hold the ribbon down a little extra also, and gives you some pop. All right, if they want to come off, then you have to, oop, wait, that one already had it backing off. Now you can see this one's kind of popping off a little. The sticky does shine through some of the ribbon, but not all the way. So one thing you can do, rather than trying to put more snail on there, is you can grab a glue dot if you want it to be extra sticky. And we can just sneak it underneath your ribbon and push it back down. So that gives you a little extra Embossing. Oh, you missed the embossing folder part. Okay, yeah, I did go over that in the beginning. So you should be able to catch it once it uploads. All right. So now you can see I did the ribbon in the reverse order this time. And then you're just going to set it back into your space there. And you can play with your bow however you want it to loop. So you might want it to loop a little differently. And that's okay. And then since it's looping that way, I think we'll put the wedding wishes on the opposite side. So we'll pop that up. And I like that the framelits in this die set work well with all the sentiments. So you can see that. All right, and I think, so this time, this first card I used our rhinestones, but I have these new iridescent ones from our new catalog that's coming out. So let's see how they look. I haven't played with these yet. They are super shiny, and let's see how many different sizes. So there's a bunch of small, some medium, and some large. I think we'll use some of the small. And maybe we'll put them in the centers of the flowers. The last card, I just kind of put them in empty spaces. So let's see that one, and it's always good to do groups of 3. So maybe this one. That looks good. All right, so I like that little iridescent look to that. Let's see, let's move these out of the way so we can compare the 2 cards. But the sparkle of the ribbon is really pretty, and Pool Party I think is in quite a few of our new papers, so I bought extra ribbon from the annual catalog. So you can see it gives you a little bit different sparkle. So a couple other ideas you can do with this suite. It does coordinate with some of the paper in our catalog that's coming out. So let's move this out of the way. So if you wanted some Valentine paper or paper with hearts, the Sweet Talk designer paper has a lot of fun, whimsical Valentine, could be wedding paper. So this one was one I was looking at I thought would be fun. And it's in this pack. It has your traditional colors for Valentine's. But look how cute that is. You can just take your die cut piece and put patterned paper underneath it and still get a fun look. Could do it this way. Let's see, what other little parts do we have? Could also take the heart within the heart and die cut that and maybe overlap a second one. You could even put a sentiment on that one. I think the happy anniversary might fit inside of there. Let's see if it does. Let's pull out that sentiment. Happy anniversary, my love. So that's pretty. You could put that one in there. There's all kinds of fun ideas once you start playing with your stamps. Let's see what other paper is in here. Let's pull it out and see how they would work. So the purple would be cute too. This one says I love you in English, German, and French. So you can leave the cutout for that. Or your conversation hearts. Ooh, that's really cute. I like the white with that. I mean, you could even do the Highland Heather and then cut this heart out that we didn't cut earlier. See what other paper we have. So here's some more red. So the red hearts are cute. You could pair those up with the little, and these are little lollipops on here if you can see the sticks or not. Some more dots with the red and pink. Lots of different options. That one's more candy. I don't know if I would use that one. This is pretty. This gives you really pretty subtle looks. You can make a card with that one. So this is a great pack of paper that would also coordinate with this bundle. And purple. So there you go. So you could do the white. Ooh, my hearts are flying. So you can do your white on there. You can do your stripes the other direction. Or you can cut the heart back out of here. And then layer them up. I mean, you could even layer 2 pieces on top of each other. And like I raised the heart with the dimensionals, you could always raise the cardstock on top. All right, what other paper works well with this suite? Oh, I did bring out some of the, this is a $100 item you can earn during celebration. It's the Friendly Hello, so it's a stamp set and paper. So you'll receive the stamp set as well as the coordinating paper. And I was playing with this one, and I think this is really pretty. I didn't make it into a card just yet. But look at the pretty, it's a pool party again, so we've got some of that going on. You can put your heart on there. Or let's see, do I have any blue ones? No, I don't have any blue cut out, but you could always do a card base. Let's see. If you popped it up with another white layer, and then maybe some fun white hearts you could pop up there. I was thinking you might even be able to take one of the hearts and stamp this bird on it. I haven't played with that yet, but more to come on that piece. And then these are even just really pretty together. So you could even go with this paper. Well, maybe not the foil heart, maybe just a white one. But you can coordinate some of these, and the colors are soft in this pack as well. So this is some free paper you can earn during celebration. And you can see the white and the, I think this might be pale papaya. They go really pretty together. That's kind of a fun green, and I think the stamps actually coordinate, and you can stamp some black leafing around the edges. Again, you know, you've got lots of options. Highland Heather seems to be pretty popular. I guess it's a good thing I cut this one. Actually, I think that might be Freesia. I think it is. So this one's using Freesia. And again, some really pretty subtles. Make some pretty anniversary or wedding cards. And the stamps do stamp on this one. So if you look here, this double flower you can stamp here and outline. Same thing with your leaves, and then this leaf I think will fill in some of the other one. So more to come on that. I haven't played with it a lot yet. And again, you've got some fun colors. I love this stripy paper. Kind of like this, what they did on here, you can do that same thing with that other piece of paper. And our stamp sets. These are a little bit smaller than the stamp itself. And then some Freesia. And Freesia and Highland Heather look pretty together, so you could even pop up a card in this color. So that is what I wanted to share. I can do a quick demo again on the embossing folder. Let me show you real quick kind of how that works, since Hannah missed it. Where is my folder? So you'll make your normal embossing folder sandwich, if I can find. Here we go. Here's the folder. So there, you can run it through by itself. So you can put your piece of cardstock in there, run it through regular, and then this is what comes out. You've got your embossed piece, the heart, and then there's a flat piece in here with a heart as well. You can kind of see, yeah, that angle looks good. The other way you can do it to save time, and if you want the heart cut out, you'll take your die with the stitching faced up, so the stitching is here, and you'll put it in the groove right there. And then you'll put your piece of cardstock on top. So you'll put your solid cardstock like this. And then you'd close it, and you'd run it through, and it would cut out your heart for you. So then you'd get a piece like this when you cut it out. I don't think I have any cardstock handy that isn't already die cut. Otherwise, I'd show you guys again. But that's how it works. And then you've got lots of different pieces and parts. You know, you can layer up 2 hearts together that are embossed, one unbossed. Or you can just die cut it with the die by itself. So you can make some pretty hearts like that one and decorate them up. Oh, hey, Michelle, I'm so glad you can join me. I hope you're doing well. And it's not too cold in Wyoming. I don't know. The weather looked pretty ugly. We've had drizzly rain, but at least it's not cold. So hopefully you guys, do you have any other questions on this? Please let me know. I'll keep a quick peek at the comments. Hi, Susan. I'm glad you're here as well. Thanks so much. I can't see who's here, so if you guys drop me a hello, then I can at least welcome you. So that's awesome. I appreciate you guys taking the time on Saturday to hang out with me and take a look at some of our new fun products. So again, you can pair these guys up any way you want. You can mix and match. You can use your sponge daubers. I used the blending brush tonight, so this is the guy that I used. But we also, you could use your sponges if you have the old retired sponges. You can use the little sponge daubers to color them. You can even, which I didn't do tonight, but you can ink up your embossing folder and run that through as well, which is awesome because that gives you a totally different look. So I may play around a little bit more and share some more samples on my Facebook page. So keep an eye out there, and I will put some more samples, but you'll have to let me know what you think. These are the 2 samples that we did tonight. Well, the 1 sample and then the original. So I've got the different types of embellishments on there. And if you have any questions, this is from our new catalog. So if you missed the beginning, these are products from our mini catalog, and then some of the paper I showed you, the Hello Friend, is from the Celebration catalog. And all of these go live on January 4th for customers. If you're a demonstrator now, you can order them, pre-order them early, so that's one of our awesome perks, as well as a discount, so everybody loves that. Oh, you guys are finally getting winter. I don't love winter, so I kind of don't miss it. But I'm glad you guys are getting it. At least it'll be pretty for Christmas and cold. It'll probably be hot here for Christmas. But I'm okay with that. So again, you know, if you have any questions, these catalogs, you'll be able to order from these in January. But I just wanted to give you a sneak peek. The Hybrid Embossing Folder is kind of new to us. So just wanted to make sure you kind of knew how it worked. The Christmas catalog had the Merriest Moments, I think, was a Hybrid Embossing Folder. And it came with 2 different dies. And that may be carrying over to our new to next year. I don't think it's retiring. But it is still available for sale if you guys wanted to play with that. That one's kind of a cool Christmas one. But it's something exclusive to Stampin' Up. I don't think I've seen them at the stores just yet. And I love that you can cut them together. So anyway, thank you so much. Let me double check if there's any other comments out there or questions. I think we're good. Let me flip back. And want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you guys are doing well. And I will catch up with you later. Have a great night and a Merry Christmas.